Hello to anybody watching this. I want you to know this is my third attempt at making this video, but I am determined to make this tomato soup. The first time I wasn't paying attention and I cut my finger pretty bad. Uh, Second time I realized I was missing some stuff, so I just ran to the store. Now, ready to make some soup. So, always got to start by turning on the stove. So we're going to let that heat up a little bit before we put our veggies in. I was going to cut these on camera, but I cut my finger, so I turned it off. Got carrots and onion, just one onion and one bag of rainbow carrots. It will get the job done. Just heating up a cup of water so we can use our better than bouillon in there. Today we are using the Italian herb and chicken stock or broth or bouillon, whatever you want to call it. So let's get those melted down in the water. Just doing like a tablespoon or so of each of these. I just really like the flavor. Like I said last time, better than bouillon, I think, just makes a really great product. Obviously not endorsed by them because nobody watches this. So chicken stock as well, or chicken broth, chicken bouillon, whatever you want to call it. It all ends up being the same thing. So we'll put those away. Just give that a little stir. Try and get all that melted. So just quick before we add the veggies, they're not cut super small or anything. Just kind of did a rough chop because we're going to use an immersion blender and everything's going to be, it's tomato soup. So obviously it's not going to be chunky. One of the things that I forgot at the store, tomato paste, which is what I just picked up. It just really adds to that depth of that tomato flavor for the soup. So highly recommend if you're going to make tomato soup, make sure to use tomato paste when you're making the base. That should be warm enough. Going to add some olive oil to our pan. It's probably, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Really doesn't matter. Just use however much you think you're going to need. Let's get, this is my favorite spoon, wooden spoon for cooking. It just has a flat top. This one's from Williams-Sonoma. I don't know why I prefer it over, just a rounded wooden spoon, but I really like the bottom, like to scrape the bottom of the pan. This is always my go-to. So let's add our veggies. Get all the onion in there. So this is just onion and carrot. We really want to get it nice and soft. So this is gonna be not really browning, but cooking down in the pan for, I don't know, anywhere from like 8 to 10 minutes. I don't really have an exact time for it. Gonna add some salt. Something about tomatoes. Tomatoes really love salt, so you can't really go wrong. This is like half of a teaspoon. I'll probably end up adding a little bit more as we go. There's a little bit left in here, so I'm just going to pour the rest in. Now, people are afraid of salt. If you just eat like a normal person, it's not going to kill you. Adding some black pepper. some fresh ground black pepper. I really like black pepper, so I add quite a bit of it. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure all those onions are nice and separated. I didn't really do the best job chopping because I cut my finger when I was cutting the onion. I just wasn't paying attention and was cutting sideways, and whoop, I have a really, really sharp knife over here. It's you know, some Japanese something. It's a great knife, but I've cut myself so many freaking times using this thing. I probably should have just used a smaller knife, but I do love this thing, even though it's hurt me many times. In this process as well, we're going to be adding some dried spices. Let's move that down a little bit. Have the heat on like medium, low. A little bit more towards medium. So you can see these are sweating down. Look, I got a cool little webcam this time. Ooh. So I can do little shots like this. Very nice. I love the look of the rainbow carrots. It, like I said last time too, it really doesn't do anything. Like they taste the exact same as normal carrots, but I think they're pretty, so I like to use them. Today for our tomatoes that we're using for our soup, I always use canned tomatoes. These are just crushed tomatoes, and then I have some fire roasted chopped tomatoes. Love that fire roasted taste, so like using those. Also, I'm going to use this whole thing of chicken broth. If you want to keep this completely vegetarian, you can use veggie broth. That's totally fine as well. That brand Imagine is super good. You've never used it before. Now I'm just going to add some spices, and I will be adding some garlic to this as well. This is just dried garlic, turmeric. I love it. I don't know why. It's a good spice. I'm going to add some onion powder. This is an Italian herb blend. I just kind of add, you know, whatever looks good. I just look and say, oh, that will be good. Let's try it out. I do really like to add thyme, dried thyme. It adds to that end result flavor as well. Tarragon, sure. Tarragon's great for soups. I know I have paprika somewhere in here. Paprika. I don't know. Add some oregano. There's oregano in that Italian herb blend as well as thyme. But I'm going to add more. I have paprika somewhere. I don't know where it is though. What is this? I'm not a fan of smoked paprika. And that's the only paprika I can find. If we don't have it, no biggie. I just kind of add whatever I got. Could have swore I had some though. Let's add, this is that Traeger anything rub. Looks good. Let's give that another stir. Timing doesn't really matter on this. I'm going to be cooking it for a while anyway, so all the veggies should be nice and soft. Let's add some garlic. This stuff is a lifesaver. It's just from Trader Joe's, just crushed garlic. You can find it probably at other places other than Trader Joe's. I'm going to add 3 little cubes. because I like garlic. This is in no way any sort of traditional tomato soup. All my recipes, you know, I look around on the Google machine for I look at a couple recipes, see what I like from each of them, and then just kind of do my own thing. That's kind of how I cook. It's really hard for me to just follow a recipe to a T. I like to go off the beaten path sometimes. So now we're going to make our little nook for our tomato paste. Just going to plop, oh, got to open it first. Just going to plop like 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons down. Wrong way. So this is just my little spot for it. Just kind of wanted that to get, again, not browned, but just wanted to cook directly on the pan a little bit. It kind of opens up that flavor. There we go. So I'll probably leave it there for a minute. So it's probably been 30 seconds. So another 30 seconds. Put this stuff away. I still have this purple garlic. I'm afraid to use it again because I swear this is what made the last thing I cooked, that ragu. It smelled like plastic. So I don't really know about this stuff. Wouldn't recommend. All right. Now we got that tomato paste is like nice and on the bottom of the pan. Going to kind of mix everything in together. Gotta get that on there. There we go. Oh geez, getting a little crazy with the stirring here. And Haley, my wife, just super cleaned this place yesterday, so sorry to her. Hi babe, you're watching. Give that a nice stir. Okay. It's probably been on there for, I've been filming for 12 minutes, so it's probably been on there for 10 minutes or so. Now we are adding that broth I made at the start. Let's put this in. Okay. I'm just going to slowly add this. I can crank up the heat a little bit because I want it to start boiling. Just adding it pretty slowly. Alright, let's scrape out the last little remnants in here. Get that bouillon going. All right. Now that's going. It's definitely a chunky soup. We're going to add the other chicken broth that we have, the Imagine. Give it a nice shake. And that slowly goes in. Just pouring it all in. We have a nice healthy amount of tomato soup. Boom. That's done. We'll throw in a bay leaf, if I can find one. Well, these are massive bay leaves. Look at the size of that thing. Jeez. Oh, shit. Hope everyone had a great weekend. My wife was gone all last week and she's back, so very excited to have her back in town. She started a new job and she really likes it, and it's in Colorado. So we will be moving out there in the next couple months. We haven't really put a date on it yet, but if you didn't know that, surprise. Yes, we are leaving Phoenix for Denver, and we are excited about it. So in the meantime, I'm cooking. All right, let's throw these tomatoes in. Let's start with the crushed. There we go. Let's get our spoon. Let's try and not splash everywhere. If you really want to get everything out, you could add some liquid and try and get it out, but I'm feeling lazy, so just go with the bang method. Other tomatoes, these are the fire roasted crushed, or the fire roasted diced tomatoes. These are two 28-ounce cans or something, yeah. And we are going to have a lot of soup. Man, I'm getting messy today. Gotta pay attention, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Can't tell you how much I've heard that in my life. A lot. All right, we're in business. So I'm gonna let this go for about 20 minutes. That's what it looks like. Better view of it. Oh, I almost forgot something very important. Let me get it. We're adding about, I don't know, half a cup of basil, fresh basil. And this is not my homegrown basil. This is store-bought. All my basil died in the great frost of Arizona. But it's okay. It'll be back. It will grow back next year with full force. So just mixing that basil in. Like I said, it's about half a cup. If you ever wanted to recreate this tomato soup. So it's 12, 13. I'll probably let this go until 12:30. And then we will blend it up. Got a little crazy with the stirring. But I'm glad I ended up doing this. Like I said, this is my third attempt at doing it. So even if nobody watches, I'm proud of myself. because it was a struggle. After I cut myself, I was like, no, this is just not going to happen today. It is not going to happen, but stuck it out. So hopefully that can give somebody else a little motivation if you're feeling like the world is against you. You just got to push through, man. Got to keep it moving. Keep moving forward, as Walt Disney would say. Meet the Robinsons. Shout out to that movie. All right. I don't know what to do or what to talk about for the next 20 minutes while this is cooking. I do want to show the end result, though, so I don't know if I just like pause and then go live again later. Maybe I'd just keep it live and then I can just edit the video and take this part out. That's probably what I'll do. Well, what can we talk about? Because this is just going to sit here. I really want to get into mountain biking, so shout out to Adam Bieber for kind of guiding me through that. I'm really into snowboarding, but I need, an activity that I can do daily, not just, have to buy a lift ticket, have to make a whole planned trip around snowboarding. Even in Denver, the mountains are actually pretty far away from the city, especially the part of the city that we're probably going to end up living in, which is Aurora. That's like the complete opposite side of where the mountains are in Colorado. So it's still like if I wanted to go snowboarding, it would be like, an hour and a half trip. So kind of the same thing as just going to Flagstaff from Phoenix, where you have to really make like a dedicated trip out of it. You can't just wing it, at least not anymore. Especially since lift tickets are so expensive now, man. It's crazy. It's like over $200 to go on a weekend at Snowball. I don't know what the prices are in Colorado, but I'm assuming probably not too far off from that. Anything else we can add in this? That would be fun. I don't think so. I think we got everything. I think we got all the stuff. So I'm just waiting for this to come to, a low boil. And then we'll turn the temperature down a little bit. It's at medium right now. It's at a 5 out of however the fuck many, 10? Probably not. I don't know. But it's getting there. And then we just let it go for a little bit. And at the end, so we're going to immersion blend it. Get everything nice and together. Nice and homogeneous. And then we're going to put some cream in it and let it go for like another 10 minutes. So it's getting there. I really like the carrots in the tomato soup. It like makes it less acidic for sure. But it adds like that nice sweet flavor, like I was talking about the ragu. What that, just a little bit of sweetness, but like natural sweetness from the carrots, not from sugar. So I'm gonna walk away for a little bit. Just put this on here. You can enjoy the soup. Nice relaxing soup. How are we looking, Soup? Looking good. We can turn the heat down a little bit. You can kind of feel some stuff's not stuck, but like just making friends with the bottom of the pan. That is totally cool. What is that called? It's like confit or something. I don't fucking know. It's called something, dude. We're just gonna scrape that off. I just like scraping the sides. I don't think it really does anything, but just personal preference. We're gonna have quite a lot of soup. This is what I'm gonna eat for lunch this week. All right. Getting the immersion blender. I'm trying to not cut myself. So this is what it looks like. Just put this thing on this thing. Boom. Then we just stick it in. Do that in about 7 minutes or so. Just want this all to get nice and soft. You don't want to be eating chunks of tomatoes or carrot with your tomato soup. I think this is going to be a pretty good batch. Dun, 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 dun. You can see it's like just barely bubbling. That's kind of what we want. Just barely going. I'm going to start making probably videos instead of doing these live streams so I can control the environment a little bit better. So if you have any recommendations, or if you know how to edit and want to help me out, please do let me know, because I am a rookie at this. This is my second time. Well, technically today this is my third video, but let's really consider it my second time trying to do a cooking live stream. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. It was so cold here last week in Phoenix, and now it's going to be like 80 today. Maybe not the best time to make soup, but I love making soup. Kind of want to start this thing in Colorado called the Soup Bus. I was planning on starting a restaurant here in Phoenix, and then we, got got the news that we were moving, so I had to shut that down. But still, hugely passionate about cooking, especially kind of doing my own thing. So like a food truck, I think would be awesome. And my food truck idea is the soup bus. Just drive around to the different mountains, give some snowboarders and skiers some good soup after a long day of riding. I think that would be awesome. Just got to figure out the logistics of it. All right, just put Pat and the boys on. We are bubbling. We are looking good. You can really see the fire roastedness on the tomatoes. Like it's gonna look cool when it's all blended. Sorry, it sounds a little gross. What are you guys' thoughts about Brock Purdy? I like him. He gets a lot of negative stuff said about him for no reason. I think Brock Purdy's he's a great quarterback. He's probably going to finish top 3 in MVP voting this year. And that's Mr. Irrelevant. It's crazy. So I think, I'm a Cardinals fan. I should not be rooting for the 49ers, but I like that dude. And I really like George Kittle. That's my guy. He's got great hair. He's got nice scraggly beard. All right. I think we're ready to get this going. Let's blend this up. So we're going to take out our bay leaf. We don't need that no more. And let's get blending. So let's plug this bad boy in. Hopefully there's not a cord going across the screen. All right. Gonna start it off on the lowest setting so it doesn't splash everywhere. Just put it in and start blending. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is the way I do it. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can just throw this in a regular blender, like a Ninja if you have a Ninja. But this is a preferred method for me because I don't like doing dishes. So this just keeps it all in one pot. I really want it to be pretty smooth, so I'm going to blend it up quite a bit. Don't want any chunks of stuff left behind, even though inevitably that's going to happen. Just keep stirring the pot. Try and get all those chunks out. Really nice, rich color here. Still doing it. Let's turn it up. See what happens. Holy shit. Get it as smooth as possible. I still see some chunks of basil. That's why I'm still going. I like this little patch of shit. Still a little bit. Looking pretty good now. Looking nice and smooth. If you like hold it to the bottom, it kind of suctions, so try to not do that. I think it's just about good now. Spilling a little bit. Let's do. Shit. All right. Enough of that. Should be nice and smooth. Let's get this out of the way. Just throw that in the sink. Let's clean up our mess a little bit. Got a little crazy with the blender, as I do. No worries, no worries. Boom. See how that feels. Oh yeah, baby. Nice and smooth. Now it's all blended together. No chunks of carrots or anything. It's nice and smooth tomato soup. Now we get to do the fun part. Adding cream. This is gonna make it like a nice bright orange. So today we're using Danzison, however you say that, this place, the Alice Cooper farm. It's a nice local dairy farm, and they make really good cold brew as well. So just eyeballing how much cream we need. Let's turn the heat down a little bit. So we're going to use about 1 cup, I would say. Oh yeah. So you can see, I'm sure you can't see, but the color is changing to a nice bright orange. Just how you would expect tomato soup to look. Gonna let that come together a little bit. Oh, fuck me, dude. I got messy today. Let's catch the runners. Oh, balls. Sorry, Haley. All right, here's the color. It was like the kind of a deep red before. Now it's like this burnt orange. Like fuck, dude. I keep spilling. It looks like you know, the 350Z or something. A little bit more. Oh yeah, that's nice. Probably used half this roll of paper towels this morning. That's okay. Sorry, Earth. All right. That's pretty much our tomato soup. Let's make a bowl and see how it is. Looks very, very nice. Beautiful. Bowls. And spoon. And our scooper. You can add like whatever toppings to this. If you want to add some Parmesan cheese, that's cool. If you want to make grilled cheese, that's great. Let's try this soup. Here it is. Mmm. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to go eat some more. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you end up watching, I appreciate it. Let me know if you make it. Let me know how it tastes. Thanks, y'all.